Yo, IG, what is the deal? It's your boy Bugatti, the celebrity host, and we are here doing a live on Pink Talk Podcast live on IG. So y'all like this, y'all comment this live, y'all share this live. We have Winston-Salem independent artist FIYA. We're gonna pull her in on a live in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna discuss a the few of the issues or concerns as far as the independent artist goes. I don't like using the word local artist because local, you know what I'm saying, I feel like local is dumbing yourself down. So independent artists, we're going to talk about the scene in the triad. And I definitely feel honored, you know what I mean, because I got the call while I was at work that this young lady wanted to reach out with us here at Pink Talk Podcast. Some things went on earlier. I did get a wind of it. And I think she wants to discuss some of these things and get some things off her chest. So, FIYA, whenever you are ready, I see you are on the live. Whenever you're ready, I'll pull you in. I think I'm going to add a few people so we can get some more people on this live. Let's see if we can get some more people on here. So what's been going on though? What's up with y'all? You know, Pink Talk is definitely under construction right now. We are building a brand new Pink Talk podcast studio, so we had to pause on the interviews for a little second. You know what I'm saying? But July, we back up running. You know what I'm saying? The hours are going to be very more convenient for everybody. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm a late person. Excuse me, I'm a late night person. I'm out all times of night. So it'll be easier to get those late night interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's going to work out real good. You know what I mean? 7 o'clock hour for me was definitely pushing it because I was driving from Charlotte, getting off work at 5:30 to make sure I'm on time to start airing at 7. So it's going to be a lot more convenient for everyone. So FIYA, I see you sent the request. We're going to pull you on.
Let me turn the other way so there's not a glare.
All right, that's better right there. I like that better.
What's up? How are you?
What's going on? What's going on, FIYA?
Hey, maintaining. Day by day.
Introduce yourself to the people. Give them a little background about yourself.
Alright, what is up? Trade, surrounding areas, all that. I am FIYA. I am a upcoming artist in Mississippi, North Carolina. I have a project coming out in July, and I have 2 singles out as of now.
Bluetooth mode.
I'm a little feisty with it. I like to set myself apart from. Oh, you can't hear me? Is my microphone covered? Is this better? Can y'all hear me now? Okay. I can barely hear you. I'm picking my phone up. My phone's up. Hold on. How I leave?
Can you hear me?
Not really. Hold on.
Not a little technical difficulty, sound quality. You can't hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I don't know if they can hear me, but I know, like, I can barely hear you. It sounds muffled. There we go.
All right, it might have been because I got the Bluetooth on. All right, let's get this camera.
Can y'all hear me? Everything good?
All right. So can everybody hear me now?
You good over here?
All right. They said they could hear both. All right,
All
there
right.
we go. All right, so we're gonna back it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Because we don't know if everybody heard everything. We have this young lady by the name of FIYA. She is an independent artist, straight out of Winston Salem, and we're gonna find out. You know what I mean? She reached out to me because she wants to get a little more insight on this independent artist scene in the Triad. You know what I mean? And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about some current issues. You know that went on with FIYA. And you know, I mean, we're gonna get a better understanding. All right. So introduce yourself to the people once again.
All right. So what's good? I am FIYA. I am a upcoming artist in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I have 2 singles out as of right now. I am working on a project that will be dropping in July. Um, I don't know. I guess what I can say about like myself, my music, or myself in music is I got a dope team. Like I got a really dope team, and I'm just clawing my way to the top.
All
No
right.
matter what it takes.
All right. And we're gonna jump right into it. You know what I mean? And I seen the post earlier. You know what I mean, between you and the individual from the radio station and the Triad. Just give me a little better understanding. You know what happened with that.
All right. So this said individual was promoting an undisclosed or indisclosed, excuse me, um, I guess seminar type service. It was like $50 or whatever, and honestly, I guess where the misconception came from originally was it was very vague. It was the description of what exactly was being sold was very vague. Um, it was misleading, and it seemed as if almost like I don't want to say it, but kind of like payola. Like it seemed like you paid this amount of money and you get placement on said radio station. So, I just kind of like slid up under the post to just kind of ask, like, I had a few questions. Honestly, I had a few questions. It was more so on some like, why is it that like this said radio station does not support the artists in their area, but you want us to support you by investing in this seminar that yourself may or may not get you the results that you are trying to achieve. Like it wasn't a guaranteed, it was said straight out of this individual's mouth that it's not a guarantee. So it's just it was a long shot for me. It was just I needed some clarity, and I didn't receive it. So when I went to ask, I guess this person got a little booty bothered, and it was the response was kind of condescending, and I'm real I reciprocate energy. To keep it simple, I reciprocate energy. What you put on me is what I'm gonna give right back off to you. And if you being sour, I mean, I'm gonna be sour. So things just kind of escalated, and I felt like things could have been dealt with more professionally and more respectfully, considering this individual is a grown man. And granted, I am a grown woman, but it's just kind of not respectful as a man to internet beef with a woman. But I posted it on my Facebook page just to kind of like shed some light on the situation. Make sure like maybe is it me? Am I tripping? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
guess look for validation that what I said wasn't like off the wall, like
Okay.
freaking off rip, because it did end up being off the wall. But or getting to that point, but it wasn't me. I didn't do it first. However, I refreshed the post about 5 minutes later, and I had 20 shares. And last time that happened, I ended up with like 27,000 shares, and I kind of already knew it was about to happen. And then it happened. Like, it just started getting share after share after share, and comment and after comment, and most of them agreeing with me, and just inbox after inbox, it just started going up. It just
Okay.
started going up. I already knew it was up. I had went live the night prior to kind of shed light on the situation, like, hey, like, y'all will never believe what this radio station just said to me. Like, you will never believe the disrespect I just, like. So I posted it in I guess visual form where you could see it yourself, and
Yeah.
it took off. It took off, and word got around, and Buddy was offended, I guess, and it escalated into it being discussed on air. And there's an activity that they do that involves, like, kind of calling someone out. I won't, go into detail about it. We just gonna leave it at that. It did kind of like it revolves around calling someone out for something that they did that irritates you or
Okay.
irritates you. So, with that being said, somebody got on there and they were like, I would like to confront the girl that's talking mess on Facebook, da 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 da. And then the next person came on and was like, well, don't let her find out where FIYA is, or something along that nature, because who's going to take care of her kids?
Oh,
As in,
so it went to from a
as,
Facebook post to on air, then to verbal threats, basically.
yeah, on verbal threats on air, and it was allowed to be aired.
Wow.
So, to my understanding, since it was made very clear by that individual, I have no idea how the radio works or how the industry works or how anything that comes to, like, getting your music out there works. To my understanding, if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't air in live, like in real time. It's not live. There's a
It's,
delay in case there needs to be some censoring.
it is. That's
So
correct. That is
it
correct.
struck me as it was a decision to allow someone to threaten my livelihood and mention the well-being of my children on this local radio station. And that's a whole nother level for me. That's when it's no longer about music. Like I said, I reciprocate energy.
Right.
And I think that,
Your sound cut out.
oh, I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I just believe that your family life and your music life, if you have not mixed them together yourself, should be left completely separate. So when you do some mess like that, and yes, to answer your question, he is like 40ish. So as a 40-year-old man, for you to allow someone to threaten my livelihood on air because you are bothered that I chin checked you, was just that I've lost respect. And it just kind of, I feel like it just kind of goes to show why everybody clicks Bluetooth when they get in their car. It's corny. Simple.
Um, and it's understandable, and with me being a personality, I am new to this. Uh, he's seasoned in my opinion, and we are cool. Um, and you know, I feel like with me knowing him personally, I definitely will reach out to him to get this diffused as much as I can, and definitely, see what can be done on the local artist scene to help evolve that in the triad, but yeah, I definitely agree, as far as getting your life threatened on air, how that's very concerning to you. You know what
It
I mean?
honestly, I'm not gonna say it doesn't concern me. Like, I promise I will walk my city freely and never in fear. Like, I fear no man that bleeds the same color as me. It's just simple as that. Like, there's not a whole lot in this world that puts fear in my heart, especially not Buddy. So it's not concern. It's the disrespect. I don't tolerate disrespect, and I'm not going to tolerate speaking on my children ever in life. So when you allow that to be broadcasted on air out of malice and out of, I would honestly say, just sourness, like bitterness, like, it's just not gonna work for me. Like, that's exactly why I made the moves that I made today. Um, I went to the studio. I recorded some things that I am going to still drop at 10 o'clock. And that's just how I feel about it. I feel like the only way I can handle this without being brash is to express it through music. And I mean, that's just how it's going to be unless it's going up.
All right. And I definitely feel you on that. You know, and as far as your end result, you know, of the whole situation, what would you like to see the end result be of this?
Honestly, I ain't even gonna cap. I got my end result. Like, and I don't mean to sound like cocky about it, but I mean, Buddy is blatantly posting about me on all of his social media sites. So he's kind of supporting a local artist. Like, he's drawing attention to my page. I'm getting like more. I honestly have not gotten more than like maybe 3 negative comments out of all the, like, out of the hundreds. I had 500 plus shares on the post. I've gotten maybe 3 or 4 negative comments. That was it. So it's like he's technically supporting a local artist. He's trying to be like sarcastic about it, but it's not working out in that way. It's benefiting me. However, as a community, like as a rap community, like it's as the community in a whole, excuse me, like not just me, but all of us, I feel like what I was trying to get across and what people took it as was 2 completely different things. I'm not saying that any and everybody should be on the radio. I know that's not how the radio works. Cool. But I mean, there's so many different showcases and there's so many different things that these rappers and promoters are putting together that they take absolutely no part in. They show absolutely no interest in. They don't promote it. They don't even mention it. And it's just, I mean, you got time out of your day. If you can ride around the city looking for stickers on cars, you have time to say something about a little something. You feel me? Like, it just don't, 2 and 2 don't make 4 with that for me. And it just, I just feel like it should be more like pro local artists. And I know you said you don't like the term local artists, but I mean, support your area. Like, it don't, I'm not saying put us on the radio, but like, you can at least be like, hey, heard from FIYA today that she has a project dropping in July. Like, that takes nothing. That takes 5 seconds.
I got you.
They have time to discuss messy things, but you don't got time to like promote your community, and I don't like that.
I definitely feel you. And like, as far as your expectation, you know, and not just, you know, the radio station here locally where you are, but any radio station, you know, what do you feel, you know, that radio stations can do as a whole to support local artists? Like, what your distinct opinion as far as that?
So for me, what I would like to see is, even if it's like a select time of the day, there needs to be some kind of time set aside to open up a platform for artists to network. And I understand that might not be like the easiest concept to grasp when like you're kind of like you're set on these rules, and like everybody kept saying there's rules. I get that. But like, I mean, you can squeeze it in. There's time somewhere. There gotta be, because there used to be, and now all of a sudden there's not anymore. So like, if you were to open up a platform for artists to submit their music and get feedback on their music, more artists would want to listen. More artists would want to like peep game, like, oh, I like how they sound. Cool, I can network with them. Cool, I have a platform where I can submit my music. And then on top of that, I mean, it's not just rappers that you're attracting. You're also you're attracting producers. Like, you're attracting sound engineers. You're attracting people that do cover art, people that do music videos. Like, all kinds of people will be tuned, and it's a win-win. So it's like, why not? I feel like that needs to be the end game, is open up a platform, even if it's an hour. Open up a platform for artists to network. Get to know your local rappers.
I got you. And I'm, you know, as far, because I've been around the block a few times. I've been around music a very, very long time. I have very important people in very high places in the music game. You know what I mean? First thing first, a lot of artists need to understand is you got to have a budget. That's rule number 1. That is the most important thing. You got to have a budget, you know, because a lot of times, well, number 1 with the radio station, you know, anything that goes through the station goes through a program director. So it's not like they are, making their own, you know, format. They are going by a format. You know, the music is time. When they do breaks, all those things are times. You know, so when they're talking at 8:32 or whatever, that's part of the program. You know, and that's with any radio station. So that is part of radio etiquettes. But as far as the music getting played, you know, it's like it's based on demographics, pretty much demographics, and you know, a lot of artists don't know the business aspect of it. You know, of how everything works. You know, a lot of artists just make music, and me personally, I feel like every artist, other than just making the music, they need to know something about every aspect of the entertainment game. You know, not saying you have to be a perfectionist at it, but you need to know how camera works. You need to know a little bit of editing. You need to know a little production. You need to know a little promotion. You know, all those things come into play. Now you have the ability to conquer your own destiny. You don't have to rely on every individual that, you know, a producer or a photographer or a videographer. You know a little something that certain people can't get over on you, pretty much. You know, and that's the end result of it, in my opinion. You know, but like I said, the most important thing, an artist needs to have a budget. You know, these things do cost money. You know, and even your biggest rappers, you know, they're on the radio. You might hear them on the radio every hour on the hour. Guess what? That label put that money behind them. You see what I'm saying? So a lot, you know what I mean? And that definitely plays a factor. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, most importantly, that budget. But yeah, I feel like a lot of stations, you know, a lot of radio stations across the country, you know what I mean? Like it's the same format, pretty much. You know, it's not, I've very rarely been to a lot of places where the independent artists are just in rotation like that. You know, they might have a set segment, you know, for that on that station on a dedicated day or whatever. But, you know, as far as getting on a local artist on the radio, that is one of the hardest things that I've yet to see. And that's and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. You know, those people that you know that's local, that got their song on the radio, do believe they didn't just get on the radio. They put something behind that.
Right. And I mean, I know like with that comes time, but like that's honestly being on the radio is not my concern. So like I said, I had went live before I posted the screenshots for people to read. And I kind of broke down where I was coming from. A lot of people didn't take the time to go back and watch the live. It was really just they was there for the beef. They was there for the drama. It's entertaining, whatever. They didn't really see like where they didn't care to see where I was coming from, which is why I'm glad I'm here today to kind of put some transparency on that. But like my thing is I don't want any host to feel as if I think that the only way that they can support local artists is by playing their music on the radio. That's not what I'm getting at. Like my thing is like, granted, it might take some time out your day, but I mean, dang, show up to a showcase. Like the last time I heard about this specific station hosting a showcase or being a part of a showcase, a whole lot of rappers got their name drugged through the mud by this said person. And I mean, it was more than like 5 people that told me that. So I mean, at this point, like one person tells me and 2 people tell me, but when it's like 5+ people are telling me the same thing, like just bashing them. And this is supposed to be a showcase, like that. Now it comes down to, it's not only are you not getting support, but you're getting disrespected. You're getting belittled by people that literally grinded the same way this person is grinding now to get to where they are. So it's like to me, like the hustle in this situation is backwards. It's ass backwards. Like I don't understand. But like my thing is like that don't mean that you can't fix that. That's not something that like can't be reprimanded. Like you can show up to some showcases, or like, for example, not even just local artists. Like we have a individual in our community that like really does do great things for the community, like pull up and feed a bunch of kids, or like pull up and give out school supplies and stuff. Where are they at? it's like it's like these stations are so focused on riding waves and being hype beasts and just going with the flow that they've completely lost tune with originality. And I get that there's a schedule to stick to. I get that there's a program to stick to. But at the end of the day, the same way that these stations are saying, oh, well, you as a rapper have to set yourself apart. Well, aren't y'all supposed to lead by example? Y'all don't set yourselves apart. Y'all sound like every single other radio station in the US. Like, y'all play the same 6 already famous, already made it artists that I can go listen to on XM radio, on satellite radio. It's like, to call yourself a local radio station, what's local about you if you're not supporting your local artists? It's backwards. It don't make sense. Like, and that's why I said, like, I literally said word for word, make it make sense. And I got a response like, nah, you're not trying to make it make sense. Well, I mean, it's not my job to. That's why I asked you a question. It's like, it doesn't click with me. It's like, you might as well be a satellite radio station. Like, there's
I got you. So your end result is that you would like to see the local radio station, not, I mean, you would love to see local independent artists played on it, but your idea of support is not just playing their music on the radio. You want to see them more in the community, more support, like just share the flyer, the single drop-in, things of that nature.
Just devote your time to, like, I don't feel like it's asking for much. It don't take
I got you.
Little sentence like, hey, this person's dropping music, or like, hey, I listened to blah 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 the other day and it was dope. Like, there's whole conversations about what they watched on Netflix the other day, and you should watch it or you shouldn't watch it. Why can't we do that with artists? Like, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much potential in local radio stations. Like, I mean, not a whole lot of people listen to the radio like they used to. But with that being said, there still are people that do listen. And so, like, that can reach a different crowd that we're not already reaching through social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know the connections you may make. So it's like, why close that door for people?
I got you. I definitely, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. You know, like I said, excuse me, the individual is someone that I know. You know what I mean? I definitely do my best to reach out to him, you know, to get this diffused. You know, we definitely don't want nothing like that, you know, going on, nobody being threatened on air, things of that nature. We definitely want to uplift the North Carolina artistry scene. You know, we got a couple that, you know, that went out of here. It seems like everybody that comes out of North Carolina definitely goes to that higher level in the game. You know what I mean? I would love to see somebody straight out of Winston-Salem. I would love that. I would definitely love that.
Baby steps. I got my music playing in Florida, so
because it's so many artists in the city alone in Winston. I'm not even talking about we got High Point, we got Thomasville, we got Lexington, we got Greensboro, Burlington. I'm just talking about in Winston. You know what I mean? It is a ton of artists. You know, and I don't see why somebody, you know what I mean, out of the city in 2021 shouldn't break. Exactly. Honestly. Like I said, I'm all about support. I'm all about the independent artist scene. I've actually done a couple of showcases myself. I wish I could have had my partner on here, Greenhouse Promo, because we definitely got some major things coming up, you know what I mean, for the artist scene. You know, we're going to be putting on some showcases, and we are putting individuals in the room for one-on-one consultations with Lil Boosie, with the Moneybagg Yo, with the Cameron, Jim Jones, Dipset. Like, we got our hands on something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that if we put y'all, you know what I mean, if y'all make it to that point in which you're going to get that one-on-one consultation, not saying that you're going to walk out of there with a deal, but it's up to you to bring your A game at that point to make them want to give you that deal or give you that distribution or feature you or whatever. You gotta sell yourself. But we are definitely in 2021, Crowd Control Entertainment and Greenhouse Promotion are putting artists in the room. with these big name A-list celebrities, and that's a fact. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you. You know what I mean, reaching out to Faith, reaching out to Pink Talk, and wanting to get a little more insight. You know what I mean, chop it up with your boy. I'll definitely be on the lookout for you. You know what I mean. If people want to get in contact with you, tell them how to get a hold of you.
Absolutely. I'm on all streaming platforms as of now. I operate typically off Facebook or Instagram. I don't have any other social media. I should probably think about Twitter. I'm also on Clubhouse. So yeah, I do have social another one. I'm on Clubhouse. But I'm honestly, I'm quick to respond for the most part. I am definitely down to collab with any and everybody. Like, I don't really discriminate when it comes to sounds. I'm trying to get somewhere with music just like y'all are trying to get somewhere with music, so let's work.
I definitely understand that, and I see who that Mr. Wright. They said I need to be on the station. I appreciate that, but I have my own radio show on Hot 92.5. It's called Crowd Control Radio. But I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. We on a little break, so we redoing that station as well. So I'm on a little pause. I get to enjoy my home life. You know what I mean? Enjoy my weekends. I ain't got to move around as much. So. But you make sure you follow me, Mr. Wright, at B_Bugatti the host, you know what I mean? And I'll patch in with you, get you all the info, fire. You already know I'm going to stay patched in with you, get you on the station once everything back up and rolling. They're building me a new radio room in there, as well as we are building a new Pink Talk podcast studio as well. So we're going to have plenty of outlets for all the artists in North Carolina.
Hey, before you boot me, can I make a couple of shout outs?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so my boy the real Santiago, one of the dopest producers you're gonna come across. Lit. He can deliver really any sound that you're looking for. Coffee Music. He's pretty well known around Winston. Dope sound engineer. Great work. Like, no matter what, it's guaranteed. He seasons the beat, like, and it come out perfect every time. Zilla Entertainment, dope. They kind of gave me a platform for performing live. He's cool people as well. And then Bubblegum Kells, she has a new playlist on Spotify. Check that out. If you get 3 people to follow, she will give you placement on her playlist, which, I mean, the more people follow, the more streams and the more the album. So I believe that wraps up. And Noons and Killer Kane. Dope.
Right.
I work with them on Pocket Watch, and Noons is also a producer. So if you're looking for beats, plug in. Yeah,
shout out to Bubblegum Kells, man. I've been seeing her on the ground flexing and shit, pulling up in what was that, the Lambo she was in? Yeah, flexing and shit, man. Why you doing like that there?
Right, trying to be like her when I grow up.
Facts. But yeah, I definitely appreciate that. Appreciate you taking time out your evening to kick it with me right here, Pink Talk Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all subscribe to Pink Talk Podcast on YouTube. Faith is giving out some money. So she's picking a random subscriber and she's giving out some money. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Pink Talk Podcast on YouTube. Y'all follow us here on IG. We're taking a little break. Like I said, the new studio is being built, and we will be back up running in July with more convenient, more flexible Pink Talk hours. All right? But again, stay up and keep pushing.
You as well. Excited all right. The new renovations.
All right. Oh, you should give them the gift card for subscribing. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe and get that gift card.
Hey, hold on. That's free money. I'm on that.
Right. Free bands.
Free bands. All right. Well, it was dope talking to you. I hope to talk to you again soon.
All right. You will. We'll stay past then.
All right.